Alright guys, I left you last video with Google Drive and Google Classroom, and today I'm going to talk about Google Forms and how to create a Google form and make it your CFA. So first, head over to form.new. So let me type this into the web browser. You're going to go to form.new. Okay, it's going to ask you to sign in, and you're going to sign in with your Meso account. So let me get that typed in. Okay, and then me enter my password. All right, password has been entered, and it jumps us straight into a blank Google form. Okay, so this is where the magic is going to happen, and we're going to make our own form. So at the very top of the page where it says untitled form, that's just the title of your CFA. So let me erase that. So we're going to title this CFA. It's it's February now. So we're going to title this February CFA Math. Okay, so you're done with the title. At the very top in the corner, this is the file name of this form. So click on that, and it automatically creates the title of the form of February CFA Math. So when you search your Google Drive for this file, that's what the name of the file will be. February CFA Math. Alright, so let's go and let's add a few questions. So you add the questions under Untitled Question. So you click and make your question. Say 1 plus, I'm going to find the plus button. 1 plus 3. Okay? Over here with the drop down box, you can make that question short answer. You can make it short answer. You can make it a paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, or if you're going to have more than one answer, and then a drop down would be you choose the answer from the drop down list. Okay? So let's make 1 plus 3. Let's make that a multiple choice question. Okay, option 1. Let's make option 1 2. The next option 1. Next option 0. And option 4 will be the right answer, 4. Okay? So since that question is is made, you click on the plus, and that adds a new question. Okay, so let me click on plus, and that brings up a new question. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to add a few questions, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've added a couple more questions. So I have 3 questions total. So now I'm going to show you the next process to convert this into your CFA. Alright, so once you have your questions, in my case I have 3, what you need to do now is you click on the gear. The gear is up in the upper right hand corner. I'm circling it with my laser pointer. So I'm going to click on the gear, and you are presented with the settings for this. Okay, the middle question, require sign in. If you're using Google Classroom, you can leave this how it is. Okay, if you're not using Google Classroom and you don't want kids to sign into their at Meso accounts when they take this test, you will uncheck this button. So uncheck that button. That's only if you're not using Google Classrooms. If you plan on posting this to the classroom, you can leave that checked. Okay, so I'm going to leave that button checked. All right, so with that button checked, I'm going to click on to presentation. Okay, presentation. This is where you can shuffle the questions and do all that thing. So these are all optional choices. The next section is the quiz section. So you definitely want to make this a quiz. So you're going to slide that button over to make it a quiz. This next section, locked mode on Chromebooks. If you're using Chromebooks, which a lot of you probably will be, this locks the Chromebook so they can't go to any other window except for your CFA. So that's optional. If you want to turn it on, you can turn it on or not. The next section, release the grade. So as soon as they submit it, if you have an answer key in, they'll be able to see the grade immediately after they submit it, or you can have it set up to where you will send them the grade so they can't see it immediately after. They see it later down the line. Okay? So once these options are good, just click the save button and you're put back into the CFA. All right, so now that I've made it a quiz, I have to provide the answer key and the points possible for each question. So I'm going to go to each question and I'm going to add the answer key. So you click on the question and then you add answer key. So the question, this one for number 1 is 1 plus 3. I'm going to click answer key and I'm going to choose the correct answer as 4. And I'm going to increase the point value. And it's 1 point. Okay. I'm going to go to question 2. Question 2 is 2 plus 8. Click answer key. Answer key is 10. Point value. Also 1 point. Slide down to the last question. Y equals what? Okay, the last question. Y equals mx plus b. The correct answer on that one will be what? Whoops, I clicked that one too. Alright, and then change the point value to 1. Alright, so at that point, you have the answer key for each of your 3 questions. Alright, now at this point, the quiz has been made. So you can make a few appearance changes if you want to, but that's optional. If you click on this this paint thing, so you click on that, and you could choose the background color if you wanted to change the background color. There's options. Okay, you could also change the picture of this background. So for this, you would choose the choose image. Okay, and you have different little pictures to illustrate. Let me go to work and school. Whoops. Let me choose, it was a math test. Let me choose something math related picture. Oh, well, try that one. All right, so that puts that little image at the top. But if you didn't want to fancy it up, you don't have to. That's just optional. It makes it look pretty. So now that's done, now you're ready to send it out to your kids. All right, so to send this to your kids, you click on the send button. The send button is up in the right-hand corner again. So you click on the send button, and this box will pop up. So if you would want to post the link onto your Google Classroom, you would post this entire link. Okay? Or if you don't use Google Classroom, the kids could type this into their browser and it would take them directly to Google Classroom. It would take them directly to the form. So they wouldn't have to sign in through Google Classroom. Okay? Let me show you, if you use Google Classroom, let me show you another way to attach this to your classroom. Okay, back on Google Classroom. Here's my Google Classroom. Here's the class that I set up. English 5th period. I want to click on that. Okay. And then I want to do what I did last time. I want to add some classwork. So I'm going to click on classwork. Okay, there's the Civil War homework paper that I created last time. I want to click create. I want to click assignment. Okay, and I want to click on my Drive folder, because every piece of work I do in Google, or it's a Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Sheet, a Google Form, it's all going to go into the Google Drive folder. Alright, so I'm going to click on Google Drive. I'll click on Google Drive. Alright, that is the CFA that we just finished working on. So this is my most recent Google document. So I'm going to click on that. Whoops. Click on that. And I want to add it. So this adds it right to your classroom. You can provide a title, Feb CFA, any instructions. You can assign the point value, the due date. Let's do this topic again. Let's change the topic. It's not Civil War stuff, so you want to create a new topic. And you want the topic to be CFAs. Okay, everything looks good. Everything looks fine. You also have the option again, if you wanted to lock it, you can lock it out so they can't do anything else. So then I'm going to hit assign. And you can see under the topic of CFAs, you have your first February CFA. All right. This method I just showed you is if you want to attach it and you already have a pre-existing Google Classroom. Let me slide this one out of the way. If you don't have a Google Classroom, you just want the kids to go to that quiz and take it without going through the whole classroom process, you would just give them this web address. They would type that web address in and they would go to where they needed to go. Okay? I'm going to end it here, and then I will see you guys on the next one.